This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Jonathan Stoll from Howell High School. Jonathan, we have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, my name's Brian. I nominated Mr. John Stoll for this award because he truly is just one of the greatest educators that I've ever worked with in my 2 decades in this business. His title is a Student Services Advisor, and that's exactly what he is. This man is as student-centered, as student-first as it gets. He's my work neighbor. He's in the office right next door to me. And I could just say anytime that a student's meeting with him, he makes them feel like they're the only person in the world. He gives them his undivided attention and truly just wants what's best for every student that he works with. He really is a leader, a role model. He's made me a better educator, even a better dad. You know, his kids are a couple years older than mine, so you know he's even taught me about fatherhood. This guy just truly is such a good leader. An amazing Highlander in our district. I'd say this nomination is really a family nomination. His wife Shannon's one of our best teacher leaders in our district. He's got two little ones, one in the elementary school, one in the middle school, who are already on student council and leaders in athletics. So Mr. Stoll, his whole family are just amazing Highlanders, and it's a privilege and an honor to call him a colleague and a friend.
Well, what went through your mind as you were listening to that?
I don't know how to respond to that. Those are some of the kindest words I think anybody's ever shared with me. So it's hard to take that in and have a reaction other than I love what I do and I love the Howell community and the support that they've given me and my family. So
tell me what led you into education.
I think I got into education because so many educators have had just a positive impact on my life, and kind of in reflecting on just how powerful they've been. Like so many educators have made a positive difference in my life, and I just wanted to do the same thing for other people.
Tell us what your job is exactly. What's a student services coordinator?
So other districts might call it a dean of students, but really I'm working with students that are either struggling academically, behaviorally, or with attendance, and really just trying to find a solution that works for them and their family to get them on track and get them the education they need. So,
yeah, I understand you go above and beyond because you write a note, a handwritten note to every student on their birthday.
I just trying to find ways to celebrate kids and make sure when they come to school, they've got a reason to be happy and celebrate. And so if I can do that on their birthday, that's a great time to make that connection with kids.
And what's that like for you when you have success? You know, some of the students you're working with have extra things going on in their life that may make it a little more difficult for them to be in school. But when you see success, talk about that.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the I don't know if I'd call it a mantra, but success leads to success. And so it can start with something small like a birthday letter or just a pick-me-up conversation in the office about attendance or getting some assignments turned in, and they feel that success, and that just leads to other success, and they take it away from there. So I try to just intervene when I can and make a positive influence, and sometimes that just leads to more success.
Tell me about your favorite activities you do with the students.
I just sit down and have conversations with kids. That's the best part of my day, is hearing, you know, their background and making that connection, because so many of us are so alike in so many ways. We, focus on differences for too many of the wrong reasons, and we have so much in common. So just having those conversations and reminiscing on my childhood and some of the silly things I did and trying to help them through some of the silly things they did. So those are the best parts of my day.
And I'm going to imagine graduation must be like the biggest day for you when you see these kids that were struggling earlier walk across the stage to get their diploma. What's that like?
Yeah, graduation is a special day, and we do a special thing. We actually come out here to Lansing to the Breslin Center every year and do our graduation ceremony there with the kids and their families. And it's just great to see them excited and nervous about the next chapter of their lives.
Yeah. What do you hear from students? What do they say about their experience with you?
You know, I just try to have someone to be there to believe in them, right? And so I think like that's the takeaway. And when I reflect on like why educators were so important in my life, like those are the people that believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. So I think that's the takeaway from kids is like, I think Mr. Stoll believes I can do this, you know, and that's the way I try to get them to feel every time they're in my office.
I always ask this question, fast forward 10 years from now, you're out and about, you run into a former student. What do you hope that they say to you about their experience in your classroom?
Just that it propelled them on to, you know, the next great thing they did in their life. Like, hey, that was a jumping off point to where I am now, and look how great things turned out. So just a positive reflection on their experience at the high school. And that's what we do at a high school, right? We try to find what kids are passionate about and get them connected to, you know, making that a lifelong endeavor. So
your nominator stressed about how much you care for the kids. Talk a little bit about that. Why do you care so much?
Well, like I said, so many educators made a positive influence on my life, and thinking like, man, like a lot of the choices I made could have led me down a different direction, and their guidance and their support and belief made such a big difference in my life that I just want to be able to do that for kids as well. So I'm living proof that educators make a difference, and so I'm just trying to do the same and pay it forward.
You absolutely are. Congratulations, and thank you for what you do.
Appreciate it.
Jonathan from Howell High School receives a $2,000 check from Jake Harris with the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Awards, sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $28 billion to public education since 1972.